Hi, it's Kirby Summers, and I welcome you to my true crime podcast. This is basically a preview for the people on my Patreon. It's a patron-only podcast. I put up previews here because sometimes people don't look at their email, but they come to my channel. And also, it's to let you know that there are things that I feel that are too sensitive for me to share here on this platform because of the increased, it's just almost impossible to share a lot here. However, I just uploaded a sort of a deep dive into the I'm going to call it satanic aspect of Jeffrey Epstein. I provided a pretty lengthy preview, and I also reveal names of very famous people that you probably have zero idea were Satanists. Now, what I will share with you is that the satanic aspect of the, I'm going to call it the psyop that is created by the intelligence agencies, and most specifically by the CIA, filtered down into Hollywood, into the music scene, and they used, like they do in the podcast that I created, I believe, yesterday and a couple of days ago on Matthew Perry and Keanu Reeves. They use certain personalities to lure people into not just the violence like Charlie Manson, although that's part of it too, and not just the LSD side, but also the satanic side. And so this podcast that is on my Patreon page, it's just for Patreon. I'm going to have to wake up before I do this, but anyway, it's on my Patreon page for patrons only. If you have not joined, consider supporting my work. It's just $5 to become a member. I know some of you, and I thank you for this, are members of my Substack, you're members of my Patreon page, and you follow me, on Twitter. In November, I lost my main account. It's now almost a whole year since my main Twitter account is gone. And to be frank, I don't want to say Twitter or say X, the site formerly known as Twitter, because if you believe that Elon Musk is on our side, then you have, to sort of do a little digging and discover that pretty much his work has been funded by the government. So you're looking at another PSYOP, another Mark Zuckerberg situation. And I will do a podcast here on this platform so that everybody can hear it about that. However, if you want to listen to the satanic side of Epstein and hear the names of some of the celebrities that you would have never ever thought or believed were part of this underbelly that worshiped the devil, then go on over to my Patreon, become a member, and support my work there. Take a listen. I generally upload patron only podcasts on a regular basis, and it's not that I disappear from YouTube, it's just that I put things that I feel are too sensitive. In any event, please give this a like anyway, if you don't mind. It helps to spread the word because there are few people that are telling everyone what's going on. As you know, I am the former slave of a billionaire that has family members that were involved with the Franklin child abuse case, and also is involved with the Epstein situation. And my history goes back a very long time, so that I use my personal insight, what I know, where I traveled to, who I met, who I heard him talk about, when I am doing my own research, so that I'm a whistleblower from the inside who shares my information on, various platforms here on YouTube, via my Twitter to a certain extent, on Patreon, and on Substack, and of course my books that are on Amazon, which are highly sort of knocked down by the people who just don't want me to tell you stuff. If you really want to read one of my books, I suggest you order it from my website, kirbysummers.com. And the reason is because when my own friends, purchased my own books from Amazon, and they came over to my apartment and we sat down, there were all kinds of changes made even to the paperback copies, not just to the Kindle version, but to the paperback copies, so that in some places it's not even legible. Okay, so if you want to read what I wrote, get it directly from my website. It'll help me financially, and it'll help you because the information won't be garbled. In any event, I thank you so much for leaving your comments. I have really, I have been so inspired by a lot of the comments that you leave. Some of you leave really good insight into personal things that happened to you, that you experienced, and it helps us continue to communicate. We've got to communicate while we still can, because I'm almost afraid every day that with the increasing censorship, we're going to lose this ability, but we have it now. And so, let's do it while we can. Thank you for being part of my life. Really, thank you so much. All right, have a good day. Bye.